After clue 1, this is what our sweater should look like. And it's also the time when we need to change to a larger needle size, because we've stopped working on garter stitch and techniques that stretch the fabric width-wise. So we can go to the needle size that we got the gauge with and begin stranded color work. Now this chart will predominantly have short sections in one color. That means short floats at the back. However, the first row happens to be an exception, where per repeat we have just one stitch in the contrast color and the rest are in main color. So for me to get to where the contrast color stitch is, I will need to trap this floating yarn to avoid the long float. And the easiest method to do that is to, after every 5 or more frequent if you like stitches, just twist the yarns behind work like so. And one thing to note is that before we do that, we should stretch out the stitches that we have just worked. So let me do 5 more. After I do the required number of stitches where I want to catch the float, I want to stretch out the stitches on this needle that I just worked, and that will make sure that the float we leave has enough length to provide some the give needed for the fabric to lay flat and stretch and not pucker. And then I've got to do 4 more stitches, and we also do that stretching of these stitches every time we want to change color. So now I'm working 1 stitch in contrast color before returning to the main color again, and every time I change color I want to stretch those stitches out before trapping a float to make sure there's enough space for them. Don't bunch them up, because that will create a short tiny float and it will make the fabric bubbly and puckery like that. So that's the key.